What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys saw in the previous clip, I did end up selling the silver Legacy GT, and now we have the dark gray Legacy GT sitting here. And of course, the day that I sell the silver Legacy, this one starts making a very funky noise, and we're not sure what it is. We just jacked the car up, took the wheels off, and we're gonna check the brakes because it sounds like it could be the brakes, but we're not sure. It could be the axles. It kind of sounds like it also could be the transmission. So we'll keep you updated and let you know what's going on. But of course, the day that I sell the silver one, this one has to break down on me. So, I mean, we've already talked about it. Worst case, we're just gonna build an STI motor, build an STI transmission, and swap them in here. So 5-speed to a 6-speed, let's do it. So a pretty simple thing we're gonna check. We're actually gonna check that the transmission has enough fluid, which it doesn't, does it?
It definitely doesn't.
There's no oil on the dipstick. So most guys are running 75 W90, but we have 80 W90 GL5.
And it's all we have on hand on a Sunday afternoon, so don't judge me too hard.
No judgment. It's a project car. If we blow it up, who cares? We're gonna STI swap it anyways. So we're currently in the Legacy driving it, and we're both a little stumped as to what the noise is. We're gonna try and let you guys hear it, but
it changes based on speed.
yep. It's a weird noise though.
It's a weird noise.
But the car, that's the weird thing though, because it's shifting fine, it's going into gear fine, it doesn't feel like it's grabbing weird, like.
I don't know. It's gonna take further investigation. Basically, we've determined it's not brake related. We did top up the transmission fluid, but if there's damage done, it's done. But it's not related to shifting. It's not, that's two cops right there. We're gonna turn around here instead. Only thing we found that is related so far is actual vehicle speed. The faster you go, the noise sounds different. It's not dependent on engine speed. Accelerating, decelerating don't change it except for just speed
In general.
of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Changing it.
So we're assuming it has something to do with the like we're almost certain.
Either like a wheel bearing or transmission.
I feel like I hear the noise down here, but I mean it could just be, you know, bouncing off of stuff. And hopefully you guys can hear that noise.
It does get louder like when you're on the brakes, so when you're loading up the front end, it does seem to affect it. So we're gonna brake down or brake while in neutral. We're not braking down. Let's see what it does. See how it gets.
It does. That's
it feels
weird.
like it gets louder on braking. So I wonder. I mean, it could be a wheel bearing. I feel like would be our best case
Starting
scenario
point
right now. So, yeah. So the plan moving forward would be we got to get this thing off the ground, in gear, and get underneath the car with it going,
and just see what the noise is
making noise. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys. I can't make this stuff up. It's crazy that today I sold the silver Legacy, which is really exciting, but then I'm on the way to get lunch with my mom, and of course this one decides to start making noise. Like Dale said, we're not sure what the noise is. It could be a wheel bearing. We did top off the transmission fluid, so we aren't sure if it ran too low, which we probably should have checked, but we're both new to the whole Subaru thing. I didn't even realize the Subaru had a dipstick to check the transmission fluid, so we'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna end the vlog here today. It's about 7 o'clock at night. It's starting to get dark, cold outside. We don't have a lift, so we'd have to literally jack the entire car back up. So tomorrow afternoon, we're actually gonna jack this car up on jack stands, put it in gear, let the car run, and we're gonna take a stethoscope and see where we can hear the noise coming from to diagnose where we need to open up to replace whatever part is broken. And if we end up finding a lot of damage in the transmission, which I'm hoping we don't, but if we do, it's just more motivation for me to go ahead and STI transmission swap this or Spec B swap it. So I hope you guys are excited for the Subaru build. Now that we sold the silver one, that's really what I was waiting on, just to free up some cash so we can build this beast. But prepare for a ton of content on this in the near future. A few RS vlogs here and there, but this is gonna be the main car on the channel. So let me know what you guys want to see down below. Like I said, I'll pick the vlog up back tomorrow. We will go ahead and start diagnosing whatever the issue is with this. But yep, silver one is sold. I didn't make a ton of money on it, but I did make a little bit of money on it. So, and it just freed up a little bit of cash, and now I have money to sink back into this one and into tuning and getting a few parts for the RS. So stay tuned to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, I know it was a shorter one, but I had no clue the car was gonna break down. We had planned to race this Legacy GT against Rachel's Focus RS. I have my RS in the garage, but as you guys know, Dale's wife Rachel has a white RS and basically has the same stuff done to hers that I have done to mine. So we were gonna race the white RS versus the Legacy GT because I think it's gonna be a really close race. So that video will be filmed as soon as this car is up and running again. So if you guys are excited for that, let me know down below. So it is the next day. I took the Legacy over to Dale's and we jacked it up on 4 jack stands. And the idea is that we're gonna start the car, put it in first gear and let the wheels actually rotate. And then Dale's got this nifty little stethoscope and he's gonna listen in to see if we can see if it is one of the wheel bearings, because that's what we're really hoping it is. If it is a wheel bearing, it's only gonna be $100 compared to a lot of money for a new transmission. So we'll keep you guys updated. All right, so Dale just got underneath the car, listened with a stethoscope. We don't think it's a wheel bearing. We don't think it's a...
There's a few things I was hoping. I was hoping it was either a wheel bearing, which is super easy, or the rear drive shaft has a carrier bearing because of its length. And I was like, well, it could be that bearing going out. It doesn't sound like any of those. Pull up this picture again. So what it sounds like to me is, so the transmissions on these, you've got the main housing where the front axles go, and then you've got this tail section where the rear drive shaft pops into. It sounds to me like it's coming out of this rear section. So I've got to do some research to see if that's something we could rebuild, replace for cheap, or if it's something you can even get separate from the rest of the transmission. But that's where I'm hearing the noise. So unfortunately, it doesn't sound like the cheap option.
Well, shit, guys, I'm glad we sold the silver one. I told you guys we're gonna STI swap this thing eventually. So we're gonna, I don't know, Spec B transmission or STI trans. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll do some research and let you guys know. Oh yeah, we should probably do that. I mean, the transmission's gonna grenade itself anyways, so.
Why not blow the engine up while we're at
it? Blow the engine up, have some flat tires. Subaru ownership 101. All right, guys, so it is back on the ground. Dale did the test where we stopped the tires as they were spinning and we didn't hear any wheel bearing noises, so kind of rules out that it's a wheel bearing. And Dale heard the noise right in the transfer case of the transmission, so we're almost certain that something in the transfer case, like a bearing, is worn out and will need to be either rebuilt, fixed, or swapped. So if you guys have an STI transmission or a Spec B transmission, or can find me one for cheap, send me the link. It would be much appreciated.
Said I don't know if we can even get that separately or if we just need to get a whole new unit to swap.
So we're parting it out, Grim Speed Boost controller. We got a, front mount intercooler. Just kidding. I told you guys, I'm excited to build it. It's a little disappointing that even held in it. Yeah, we have a little Honda Civic. Oh, sorry, Dale, that was a roast.
Dude, even my Civic's battery's bigger than this, okay?
Oh, shoot, dude.
Give me a little credit.
A little credit, all right. Oh, because you were talking about fitting a Honda Civic battery in this. Here. What would, dude, that looks like a dirt bike battery. It probably is. Like non-girth nation.
It's like a miniature race battery or something that's totally tight. Oh yeah, that's...
Gets the job done.
Perfect. That's what you need. Oh man. We're still finding, we're still fixing, little things. It's fine.
Oh man. Sucks a little bit, but I sold the silver one, so I'm not as stressed about this one's transmission going out. I think you guys heard the noise. I'll try and show you on the way to the gym the noise that it's making. It's pretty awful. You either just turn your stereo up or boost harder, and the noise
I turned the radio up the other day and I didn't hear it, so.
and then the noise goes away.
I fixed it pretty much.
So if you guys want to buy a Subaru Legacy with a blunt transmission, I mean, if you want to see us build this on the channel, let me know.
We're gonna fix it.
Oh, I feel bad. Dale's got so many project cars. He's got the Land Cruiser that he just fixed up. He is selling this. So if you guys are interested in an 80 series Land Cruiser.
60 series.
60 series Land
It's
Cruiser.
an 85, but it's a 60 series.
Okay, 60 series. It's a little rusty, but it's a beast off-road. So he is selling this, and then this is his project car. You guys have seen it on the channel before. This is a 2000 Civic Si EM1, and it's beautiful. And we are doing a build, or he's doing a build on this for his YouTube. So go check his.
As soon as the Land Cruiser sells, I can build this. So
check his channel out.
Get me a buyer.
Find a buyer so he has the funds to build this thing. Do it. So I'm building the Legacy. He's building a Civic. It's gonna be good.
And when the Civic's mostly done, we'll throw up a few parts of the diesel too.
Ooh, some truck content.
Yeah.